Hello, Christina. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert at Zucor Marketing in San Antonio, Texas. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He sent your website on to me for analysis, and that is what this video that you're watching now is. And during the course of this video, I am going to show you how to improve your website because you are currently losing to these folks, Robinson Renovation. They are near you and they are doing much better online. I'm going to show you the numbers. I'm going to give you some tips on how you can turn that around. And these are suggestions that you can put into practice right away. Just implement those changes to your website. And it's not about really necessarily changing your website much. It's just about what is inside of it, what adds to the interior of it. Now, you have a 2024 down here, I noticed, and I'm just wondering when you had the website done, because it's quite brief. And generally, for what I'm going to be talking to you about, having something this brief is not in your best interest. So it's a beautiful website otherwise. I mean, you clearly paid some money for it. I assume that this is a photo of your actual work. And it's a shame that it's so like dark like that. You have other pictures, other photos of your work that are much more vibrant. Where's the one that I saw? It is let's see here, tile work. Oh no, it was outdoor services. This is such a lovely, by comparison. See, even at the white lettering, you don't have to fade the thing out in order to get the brightness and the beauty of a photo, and continue to use your white lettering if that's what you want. Nonetheless, here is what I'm going to start with. I have a tool that helps me with my analysis. It's called Ahrefs. I subscribe to this service. It gives me the metrics of your site and tells me how it's been performing over the last couple of months. Now, the next thing I do is a regular old Google search for Gainesville, Florida remodeling. And the reason that I do that is because Google is responsible for about 96% of the traffic on the internet. 96%. Let that sink in. If you had 96% of all the remodeling jobs in Gainesville, Florida, and the whole county, think about that. So, not that I can promise you that at all. It's just that this is such a monopoly. The reason I mention that is because they're responsible for 96% of your traffic too. Meaning, it's good to know how something works that provides so much of your internet traffic. And most people do not know how Google works. And if you don't know how something works, then you can't take advantage of it. It's that simple. So I am going to teach you a little bit today about how Google works. I'm going to show you, but in the course of explaining this results page. And by the end of all this, you will know more about Google, and you will also know more about what I'm talking to you about in terms of improvements. Now, a Google search is moderated, if you will, by an algorithm. They developed an algorithm that determines the placement of absolutely everything on a Google search, from all the way to the top to all the way to the bottom. Now, this first one up here is likely a paid one. Sometimes it will say sponsored here, but that's not one to worry about. People sort of don't go that far to the top for their clicking when they find somebody, but I'm going to show you where they do the majority of their searches. Now, the first thing is this area here, which we call the map pack because it's attached to this map, obviously. And this is a great place to be. And the way that these folks got here was by filling out a Google business profile. Now, the algorithm is looking for three basic things, and this is the first thing. It wants you to fill in a Google business profile. Doing it well enough and thoroughly enough and precisely enough, because Google is a computer company after all, is what they want. And it's going to ask you what year you started your business, what your regular hours are on a daily basis. There's some tick boxes, and they're going to ask you to prove that you own the website. So that's all easy stuff to do. You know your business. That's all information you have. It would probably be best to be filled out by a professional with some expertise and some experience, because the goal would be to get up here. If you fill it out and don't get up there, then you have I don't know. It's not wasted time, but it's not as useful as getting up here in the map pack. And the reason, being near the top of a Google search with this exception, is a great place to be. Now, below the map pack, we have what we in the industry call the organic search results. And this is where I got Robinson from. They are the number one, meaning the first contractor that I come across here in this list. And this is the second part of what the algorithm is looking for, and that is content. I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm going to go back to your home page, because that's what we should be concentrating on right now. This is your website. I'm copying and pasting the entirety of your home page in this word counter here. I'm going to do the same for them. Copy and paste, and as you can see, they have a fair number more words. Now I'm going to describe why that's important. You have almost 400, 388. They have 1100. So it's here's why Google wants words. There is no other way, no other metric for Google to measure how much information a site has on it. And they want to send their search customers to places that are going to be able to inform them and educate them about whatever it was that they typed into that little Google search box. And whether that's oceanography or whether that is renovators in Gainesville, it makes no difference to Google. They want their search customers to be satisfied with the results that they get when they go somewhere. And I mean, you can understand that this is the only way to sort of understand that that's a site that is better for your customers. Because if the inverse is also true, that if they sent you to a site that said remodeling is good, you would end up saying, Google, why did you send me here? That's not enough information. So where algorithms are concerned, more is better. Now, all words are not the same at Google, however. So this is what I'm talking about next. This is your site here on that Stephen Scott House Doctors, on that tool I have, Ahrefs. And the reason that I'm showing you this is that you have 155 keywords. Now, this is kind of part 2B, if you will. Keywords are words that Google expects you to have on your website due to its industry, the industry that you're in, due to the area that you're in, and due to Google searches that get made around you. In other words, the areas that you serve. So, the keywords are important because they distinguish you from, say, a dairy farm in Wisconsin, for one. But they also give Google an idea about how much effort you've put into your site. Now, this is what your competitor has. They have 458 words versus your 155. So, again, they have won that little foot race that Google created. But I'm going to show you what their keywords are. Now, anything that has their Robinson in it, I'm going to ignore, because that's obviously people looking for a company that they already know the name of. But Gainesville home remodeling, remodel Gainesville. You can see a bunch of these are actually quite similar. And the reason for that is that Google is looking for all these different terms. And the reason is because the algorithm does not know our language. It looks for things in the order that it discovered them on the websites. And if Gainesville home remodeling was the number one search result, and then remodel Gainesville was number two, it's going to look for both of them because it doesn't know that remodeling and remodel are the same word essentially. It doesn't know singular and plural. It's just looking for things that it has discovered on websites. Now, sometimes there are things that are actually quite specific to your industry. These all seem to be people looking for, these are sort of little Google searches. And apparently between Gainesville and Jonesville, those are two areas that this company services a lot. There are another 14 pages of these, and they probably get, oh, there I saw home kitchen remodeling. So, you know, they talk about the various specific rooms. They talk about various techniques. They talk about, you know, what sort of ceiling to put in and so on and so on. So that is what these keywords are going to be. Now, the next thing I need to tell you about is backlinks. Backlinks is where your site appears on another site, like Yelp or yellowpages.com. There would be a link back to your site there, and that's why they call it a backlink. Now, you are on currently 20 different referring domains, meaning that you have a lot of other ones here that your URL is on their site several times. And this number should not be much more than double or triple this one. So you have a lot of spammy backlinks, which are actually counting against you in the world of the Google algorithm. Now, this is the third thing that the algorithm is looking for. So you have 20 referring domains and your competitor has 38, which isn't a huge leap. But all of those things combined have certainly put them in a better position on the Google search page. Now, these are their referring domains: expertise.com, Dunstreet and Bradley. Let's see here. You want anything that is 70 or above. And the good news here is that there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sites that are 70 and above. Now, this number that I'm referring to here is called the domain rating. It shows the strength of a domain's backlink profile. Now, you have a backlink profile too. Your domain rating is 0.2, which is fine for a company of your size in your area. But these other companies here, like expertise.com, have a lot of other sites that refer to them. And it's not hard to get on sites like this. I mean, it's just a question of going to the site and filling out a profile, like the Google Business Profile. Click Get Listed, and then fill all the information in. You want to do that on many more sites than this, however. I can think of about 15 or 20 different sites that you could be on right now that would improve your rating on a Google search result. Now, here's what it all comes down to. Your traffic last month was 15. That means you were up 1 from the month before. That means you had 1 visitor every 2 days to your site. That was your traffic. Here's what your competitor had: 463. And that's even down from the previous month. So that's still quite a jump. This is exactly why, because of where they exist on the Google search page. Now, I would like to ask you one final thing. You guys clearly have been around a while. It said you've been here for decades. 1983. You're not listed well or at all. Now, I'm going to scroll down, and I want you to think about your own Google behavior. When you are looking for something on Google, let's say you were looking for a remodeling, how far down would you scroll before you said to yourself, you know what, I have probably scrolled far enough. I have, seen a lot of things go by that are probably good enough for me to at least research a little bit. So I'll stop here and just deal with what I have here or above. And as you can see, I am still scrolling and I have not found you yet. Let me see. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do find Stephen. No, you're not found on the first 3 pages of a Google search. This is why nobody is coming to your site, because you're not findable. And this, you had an idea, was going to be something that was a tool of your business that brought you money and brought you customers, and it's currently not doing that. So just to recap, Google business profile, more keywords, more backlinks, and Eric will be checking in with you to see what you thought of this video. Thank you so much for watching, Christina. Have a great rest of your day.